Hello, Squirrel Tribe. Happy Tuesday, my dudes, ladies, and gentlemen, whichever way you prefer to be called. So you may not be aware of this, but Walmart is kind of the Mac Daddy. And let me explain why. They are the biggest company by revenue on the entire planet. Not Amazon, not whoever else might have been second. Walmart, the largest on the planet by revenue. Now, the problem here is that with over 2 million employees, they also happen to have a lot of debt, roughly $40 billion of debt on their back page, if you will, a carrying debt that they have. And this coming up year, by the end of this year, they are expected to pay almost $4 billion of that debt. And that's a lot of money to repay to creditors, manufacturers, lenders, lawyers, whoever they need to pay all this money to, right? And I thought it's very interesting that we always talk about BlackRock and Vanguard and those guys as being the puppet string holders, puppet pullers, whatever you want to call them, puppet masters. There we go. Puppet masters, and having their hands, their gritty little hands and everything. But we forget that outside of those two who do have their hands in everything, you've got Walmart over here with its hands in even more. And they are huge, not just here in the US, but like globally. And they are... My thought process, I was thinking about it earlier today, and I was like, if Walmart were to legitimately be on the brink of a bankruptcy, because we were talking about bankruptcy yesterday, all these companies that have filed Chapter 11 in 2024, the almost 180 of them that filed in 2023, Express Inc. filed yesterday, and I was talking about, what if Walmart had to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is like on the verge, sorry, my nose itches, on the verge to filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. If Walmart had to file any sort of bankruptcy due to their $40 billion that they owe, and $40 billion in debt, technically, it would be a huge deal. And I was thinking, it would not surprise me if our government decided to bail out Walmart, because if we are willing, the pollen out here is crazy today. If our government is willing to spend billions upon billions of dollars, millions and billions and whatever, maybe up to the trillions by the time it's all said and done, on money to help bail Ukraine out of a war, help Israel with what they're going through, help all of these illegal immigrants, get what they need, what's to stop them from saving Walmart? Now, I'm looking at this a little bit differently, though, because saving Walmart makes sense, whereas everything else makes no sense. It's throwing money away. Technically, saving Walmart would still be throwing money away, but you have to think about the massive impact that would occur for not just our country, but numerous other countries if Walmart were to somehow go belly up, if there were to be issues. So I made a bunch of little notes here. Now, job losses. Walmart is one of the largest employers globally, 2 million employees, one of the largest employers globally. So its closures would lead to massive job losses. Can you imagine the amount of people? Think about the Walmart that's in your neighborhood, whether it's a Walmart Supercenter or a, neighborhood market, or just a regular tiny Walmart, which I haven't seen a ton of those lately. Think how many people work there that you've seen. Now think about all the people you don't see that work in the stockroom, or who are there overnight doing things, who are there in the hours that you aren't there shopping. A ton of people work at Walmart. And if Walmart were to go down, you've lost 2 million actual Walmart employees, not to mention the reach of everybody else that would lose a job because of Walmart going belly up, right? You have to think about the economic impact, because not only do you have the job loss of employees, and then all the way from manufacturers to transportation companies, the economic impact, the closure of Walmart stores would have a ripple effect on local economies, especially in smaller towns where Walmart might be a major source of employment and consumer spending. It could lead to decreased tax revenues for local governments and affect property values. A lot of people don't like Walmart because they came in and they took over mom and pop places, right? And they're like, I wish Walmart would go away so the mom and pops could come back. But a Walmart going away could have such awful negative impact on a city that it could kill the city before a mom and pop store could ever come back in, because again, you've lost all of those jobs. You've lost the manufacturers sending anything to your city. You've lost the transportation coming there. You've lost the what do we call it? The tax benefits, if you will, and the property value will go down because now you have nowhere for people to shop. There would be huge issues, right? You have to worry about supply chain disruptions. Walmart's extensive supply chain involves numerous suppliers and manufacturers globally. We do know they pull a lot of stuff in from China. We're all aware of it. Everybody does. It's not just Walmart. Unfortunately, numerous places, whether it's a mom and pop or not, will still have things from China on their shelves. But the closure could disrupt those networks, impacting businesses that rely on Walmart as a major customer and potentially leading to supply shortages in various industries. If Walmart, let's say you're a manufacturer of baby blankets, we'll just pick something random, baby blankets, and Walmart is your biggest customer. If Walmart goes belly up, now you don't have a big customer anymore. Is your overhead now more expensive than the profit you're pulling in from these other little places you're selling to? Because if it is, you're going to go out of business too, all because Walmart went out of business because you lost a client or a customer at that point, right? Now, you have to think of competition shifts, if you will. With Walmart out of the picture, there would be changes in the competitive landscape of retail. Competitors might seize the opportunity to expand their market share, and new players could enter the market. But then, on top of that, there would be higher prices because you don't have that low price leader anymore holding rank, I guess, over everybody else. So any of these new players that came in, they could either try to be the next Walmart and keep prices low and do whatever else, or they could come in and say, well, you don't have a lower price option, we can do whatever we want and charge you out the friggin' wazoo, right? Then you have to look at consumer behavior changes, because Walmart serves a vast customer base from, the lower pay scale all the way up to the higher pay scale. There's billionaires inside Walmart shopping. Well, they're probably having somebody shop for them, but they're still spending money in Walmart, right? You have they offer a wide range of products at competitive prices, which is true. Its absence could lead to changes in shopping habits and preferences among consumers as they seek alternative retailers for their needs. Think about it this way. Walmart goes out. Next thing you know, Dollar Tree, which is now the five quarter store, which will soon be the 6 quarter store, all the way up to however many quarters are in $7. 7 times 4 is what, 28? So the 28 quarter store, you would have them able to willingly raise their prices up because they don't have Walmart there anymore. So they're not going to be the cheaper option to keep you from Walmart. Now they could be Walmart prices because there's no Walmart for them to compete with. It's kind of a big deal, right? Now, their impact on suppliers. Many suppliers rely heavily on Walmart. Wait, I lost my spot. On Walmart for a significant portion of their revenue. Again, you have this company that's the largest in revenue in the entire world, the entire planet, globally. You have them ordering millions upon millions of units or dollars worth of stuff at a time. If Walmart were to pull back from that, that's going to change the landscape of manufacturing significantly because they're not having to make nearly as much at the same time, which means they're not selling as much, they're not bringing in as much money, they can't employ as many people, they can't have as many locations open for their manufacturing. It all just kind of goes down the crapper together. Now, the loss of such a major buyer could be devastating for some businesses, leading to financial instability and potential closures. Then you have the logistical challenges of it all, right? Walmart's logistical infrastructure is extensive, with distribution centers strategically located to serve its stores efficiently. If Walmart were to close, it would leave a gap in the logistics industry, potentially causing challenges for transportation and warehousing companies. Basically, in a nutshell, if you will, the impact of Walmart going out of business would be profound, far-reaching, affecting employees, consumers, businesses, and communities alike, which is why I personally fully think if at any point Walmart was kind of floundering, our government would bail them out, because the potential of the ripple effect of them closing would destroy so many economies that it's something you and I can't even fully comprehend, because we don't know the full reach of what Walmart has their hands in economically, if you will. And our government, people hate when I say if you will, it's just a thing, whatever, if you will, get over it. Our government, they bailed out the bank, SVB, the FDIC, they bailed out that bank, right? Because they knew that bank collapsing all the way would have significant impacts. One, because of how many Chinese accounts were in it, but also because there were a lot of big people with big money in there, and it would have been very, very bad. You think if our government's going to help and bail out one bank that they're going to let Walmart close? Walmart, who is technically at the end of the day bigger than Vanguard and BlackRock in the sense of how much reach they have and how them going under would hurt everything, because if one of the companies that Vanguard has their hands in, or one of the companies that BlackRock has their hands in, were to go down, it's not a big deal. They've still got their fingers in everything else. There is still a continuation of those two companies. If Walmart were to go down, not only is Walmart gone, but all of the companies that supply to them or do anything with them, for them, whether it's their lawyers, whether it's their manufacturing companies, transportation, employees, whatever, it's going to have a significant impact. And the government can't let that happen. Think about it. I mean, stop and think about what happens to your city when a Walmart comes in. Everything changes. The next thing you know, more businesses are coming in next to it. You have more people moving into town because there's more chance for jobs. There's more places to shop. It brings up the property value, which is so weird. You wouldn't correlate a Walmart and property values going up, but it does, because it is such a hub of money because of everything that has to go on through a Walmart. So for one to close, Walmart closed numerous stores last year because they cited theft and everything else. But those stores that closed were in areas where the city was already kind of dying, or maybe when Walmart went in, they were hoping it would boost that city or the community, and it didn't work. So they decided to pull out. But at the same time, you have Walmart investing millions upon millions of dollars into other existing stores to make them more modern, more futuristic, more trackable. That's not really a word, but they're tracking you through the stores. They're learning your gait. They're learning what aisle you go to first. They've got, facial recognition on everything. There's a lot going on inside these Walmarts. I don't personally think they would ever flounder and go belly up just because of what a tight hold they have in this country and numerous other countries. But the fact of the matter is, they are so large that if there were to be some sort of problem, our government would just slide them money under the table. It would not faze me. Faze me is probably not the right word. I wouldn't be, what's the right word instead of it wouldn't faze me? Because that's not correct. It wouldn't surprise me. There we go. It would not surprise me at all if under the table our government is sliding the Walmart Corporation's money. Hey, here's a little incentive to build over here. Hey, here's a little incentive to, work with this manufacturer from China, work with this supplier from Taiwan, get with these people from the Philippines, because cheaper products, and you can sell it out to more people, and it keeps the money going in our country, which is another big thing. People may not like the fact that there's so much stuff in Walmart from China, but if everything were to be made in the USA, everything would cost more, which, again, I fully understand that's ass backwards, because how could shipping something in from a completely different country be cheaper than manufacturing it in your own country? Just the way it is. Our labor prices, our material prices, everything else are through the roof, which is why there are so very few made in the USA things and so very, very many made in China things. Where was I going? I lost it, y'all. I don't mean to. It just happens sometimes. People keep walking by my car and it throws me off. Y'all can tell when somebody walks by because I try to look over here and I'm like, don't look at me, because the anxiety just kicks in and takes over. Y'all, I lost it. It's okay. Y'all know what I was saying. Y'all figured it out. But either way, at the end of the day, Walmart is huge. We can dislike them as much as we want for some of the things they do, but we do also have to take into consideration how much they do in a beneficial way, how many people they do employ, how many manufacturers they keep in business, how many truck drivers, whether they're locals, whether they are daily, whether they're over the road, or whatever else, how many shipping companies they employ, how many cleaning crews, just all kinds of stuff. They do really keep the economy moving. And if they were to stop, our economy would start to falter even more so than it is right now. I know there's a lot of places where the economy is on this weird little roller coaster. Some days it seems like it's fine, other days it's in the crapshoot, right? But Walmart, at the end of the day, is a necessity, it feels like, in this country because of the strong foothold they have. And when they leave, everybody else leaves with them. The Walmart that left Portland, the Walmart that left... No. I had the other city in my head. Now I can't remember. As soon as they left, everybody else started jumping ship at the same time, because they knew that without them there, it was going to be hard to get people in there. People weren't going to go to these other locations if they didn't already have someplace else like a Walmart for the food and the health supplies and the whatever else to go. It hurt everybody else. And that's all it takes to see is one Walmart leaves, that whole entire thing starts to go downhill. That whole city or area starts to go downhill. We have to understand that. We have to stop looking at things, and some people may not agree with me, and that's okay. It's fine. But we have to stop looking at things from we should boycott them because whatever else. If you need to go to Walmart because they have the lower prices, then go to Walmart because they have the lower prices. Don't let anybody make you feel bad for doing it. I go to Walmart sometimes when I need something. It is not my first choice. It's not my fourth choice. It's my out of necessity choice when I must, right? But even I know that having a Walmart in my area is beneficial to my area staying afloat and having a large pull from other businesses or other people moving in and tourists and things like that, because you can get things for a lot cheaper there, and they have everything under the sun in their store. Just because they owe $40 billion, they're $40 billion in debt, and they got to pay off 4 of it this year. I'm curious if we're going to see any headlines about how they've had to restructure anything, not Chapter 11 bankruptcy, because I don't see how that would really work. But if they've had to restructure with any of their suppliers or manufacturers or anything like that, if they've had to ask the government for any sort of bailout. The government's giving everybody else a bailout. Why wouldn't they give it to Walmart on certain things? Maybe Walmart says, hey, listen, in order to stay running in this country, we need a little help from y'all so we can kind of get our footing back. And the government goes, okay. Jerome Powell says, let me just print out some more money, and then helps them out. And then everything's hunky-dory for Walmart again, right? And then our prices go up because they've just bailed out, a company. But it's something very interesting to think about and keep in mind. That was it. It interested me when I saw how far in debt they were, and then thinking about what would happen if they went belly up, what it would legitimately do to our economy, because Walmart reaches so far. They are so far. What's Stretch Armstrong? Is that the one, the little toy, the guy who when I was a kid, one person will hold one arm and the other, and you just pull. That's Walmart. You don't realize how far the stretch goes, and they're huge. I mean, they're massive at the end of the day. BlackRock, Vanguard, Walmart. Those are the 3 top ones that I'm putting in a list of keep an eye on always. So that's it, Squirrel Tribe. I'll be back tomorrow with more stuff. I don't know if I'd be mad if the government bailed out Walmart. I wouldn't be surprised. I know that much. But it feels like if they're going to bail anybody out, they need to help the citizens who need help before they help the corporations. But without the corporations, we'd have even more citizens who need help. It's like a weird circle, if you will. So that's all. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.